career.
All right, so dig this though. Let's fast forward because I'm looking here at my notes. This is a big one. All right, fellas, and don't jump at it at the same time. Where do you think the comedy game is today?
Oh, wow.
Come on now, get it. Come on. You want to take another sip?
Nah, it's like this.
What you drinking? What's that water anyway? What's the water? What brand is that?
That's Dasani.
Dasani. Let me see your water cup. Your thing. Who is it?
That's
Dasani. Turn it around. Dasani. Okay. All right. So today is brought to you by Dasani. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, actually, Coca-Cola. We got their products all in here. So
okay.
That's Coke. This is the same bottle if you look hard, but whatever. They think they're tricking us. Let me take this first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hate to do this because it's so cliche, but it's like when you say where the comedy game is, I think you have to separate where black comedy is because white comedy is flourishing. They got movies like Pineapple Express, The Hangover, Identity Theft, The Fat White Chick, Melissa McCarthy. She killing it. Like white comedy is doing awesome, but it's like the black comedy is so stagnant right now because a lot of the clubs, they not messing with the comedy night because of what happened previously. And it's not any Def Comedy Jams, and it's not any Comic Views right now. I mean, they're scrambling to bring all these programs back, but these programs have been off the air for so long. We need some consistency. You can't just bring Comic View back for a season and then be gone for 5 years. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like that leaves a huge void in our market.
But let me ask you this. Even bringing the show back, who do you put on the show? Do you put on somebody who did it 6 times, 10 years, 15 years ago? Or do you put a fresh comic on?
I want to throw this to you and just to see if you agree. It's like some of the black comedians, they have a style that's not a style. And it's not a style where you can audition this because it's like, this is an empty room. This is not funny right now. But once you get these people in front of an audience, don't worry about what they're going to say as far as content. You need to trust the fact that this man is funny. Whether you think that right now or not, if this man not good enough for your show, you got to see this man perform in his element. Exactly. So that's why I think that black comedy is so different because we're not the type of comedians who can walk into an empty room with 2 white guys and a white chick and make her laugh and make them and convince them that we are the next stars. They're going to have to come to our element and let us be ourselves. And we need some platforms to work in. We can't keep working the same 10 clubs across the country with a black night. They're going to have to give, I mean, it's like not give us, but at least give us that same opportunity that they give in the Pineapple Expresses and the Hangovers. And because there hasn't been any black movies or anything like that. So a lot of our stuff is gone. And I feel like a lot of the OGs who came before us and had success, some of it falls back. This is my personal opinion. Some of it falls back onto them because they came through the game and they got what they got, but they didn't plant nothing back. A lot of comedians blew up by themselves and they didn't come back and get a Dan Fool or a Carlos or put nobody in the position to make it like that. If you really go back and do the history, the last person who got on like that was like Chris Rock when Eddie Murphy put him through. So it's like a lot of the OGs need to step up and come through and get some of these Dan Fools and Lil Rels and Carlos and all this new. There's a lot of talent out here that don't even have to be groomed. And it ain't even about all that other shit where it's going to take 3 years for these guys to be ready. It's some beast out here that's ready right now. Just need that opportunity.
Hey, Carlos, I just want you to know when you guys were standing in front of the office earlier and we were on our way, you saw us going over, walking. We were walking with a rider. And he just said the same exact thing at our lunch meeting that you just said. He just said the same exact thing. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I've created Laugh Mob, because it's no secret that, you know, most of today's, you know, hottest urban talents came through, you know, our Def Comedy Jam brand. And it's really important. And I know a lot of you out there know that Russell Simmons is back in the business. And you know of Russell Simmons is back in the business. You know who's rolling with him. But the beauty of it this time is I've already established Laugh Mob, so I don't have to audition people like what you're talking about. It's already done. You have to stay on the. You can't just say you're going to have auditions for this and be ready to do it then. You have to keep it going because you never know. Just like if I slide into a room, you know, it might not be 30 people auditioning, but you best to believe I'm watching to see what's what. Just like last night, we hung out down in Mavericks Flat. You don't think that was a beautiful thing to see some of those young comedians who probably would never get an opportunity to perform someplace? That's the beauty of what Michael do have going on down there. You know, but you don't get that from everybody.
So we were sitting in the back of Mavericks Flat, and it's like, outside of just the comedy night, we could recognize how much Black history is in that room. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Mavericks Flat, that's not one of those clubs that's gonna pop up on your radar as a comedian. Like, I need to go mess with that, or I need to go do that room, because the first thing a comedian gonna say is, "Damn, how much they paying?" But me and this dude, we got so much respect for places like that, and respect for people like Michael Collier. We would go do those spots whether it was paid or not, just to be like, I did Mavericks Flat, where Richard Pryor used to go work out.
I got $20. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like,
gave me $20.
Yo, but let me tell y'all what was the craziest part to that last night. Y'all, we left. You had left already, Los.
Right.
You was performing full. I got down to the Improv, and there was a brother that wasn't even at Mavericks Flat. A vet in the business. His brother, Al Tuma. He's back from the old Comedy Act Theater days.
Yeah, right. You know Al.
As soon as he saw me, you know the first thing he said to me? I heard you was at Mavericks Flat tonight. I'm just coming from Mavericks Flat. Yeah. So that means, I guess, with the power of social networking or whatever, but it's just like anything else. You never know who's going to be in that room. So when a comedian's performing, don't trip if it was just, you know, 5 people, because those 5 people could be people like myself, Robbie Reed, you know, you never know. So I think that that's one thing that comedians need to recognize, just what you guys just said. Y'all don't have to be in the monster room that night. You could be anywhere to give back, because you never know what you're going to get out of it.
You're right. You are right.
I think the biggest thing, man, is that people have got to understand, like, comedy is like one of the last forms of entertainment that's segregated and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's like we all accept
just like out here.
You know
what do they call the black night at the Laugh Factory? Chocolate Sundays. That is the most racist shit ever. Yeah. Why don't they just call it nigga night?
I ain't never been to a Chinese show and it was Fortune Cookie Friday.
Right. That's bullshit. You know? And that's the type of shit that we really need to let up off the game, though. It's like, we sitting here talking about where black comedy is. Let's talk about what motherfuckers put black comedy. Right. All the funny bones and all the improvs and shit. They got 7 nights a week, but then they want to let niggas come on Thursday night. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we get to perform on Good Thursday.
Right, yeah, come on, man. Cut that bullshit out.
Monday. Like,
right, yeah, right. Oh, it's Black History Month. We're going to do the... Man, come on with this bullshit,
They don't have no white night called Let's Take They Land Tuesday.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's like the people who are in position, they trying to keep this shit away from the game. They don't want motherfuckers to go in there, a room full of white people, to become fans of Damn Fool, because that mean they got to bring Damn Fool back 2 or 3 times a year.
The thing is that what we understand that a lot of people don't understand is that...
We still on.
Okay. Go ahead. What we understand that a lot of people don't understand is that funny is funny. You know what I'm saying? There's no black funny and there's white funny. It's funny as fuck. I auditioned for Comic View in a room full of white people at the comic strip. These are people that's not even gonna watch Comic View. So I thought it was kind of weird that I even had to audition in front of them. Why am I auditioning in front of people who ever did watch the show?
Exactly.
But I had a great set and a great time because I realized that funny is funny. And I did my same jokes. I didn't change nothing. I might have took out 1 or 2 hood references, but I know how to be funny. And what people have to do is trust us to be professional.
That's it.
We're not just comedians. We grown ass men.
Exactly.
Trust me to be a professional. When I had a job at Walmart, I didn't go in there with my pants sagging off and talk to the customers like I talked to my homeboys on the block. You know what I'm saying? So trust me in that same way as a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to keep paying for the sins of my father.
Exactly.
There are cats that came before us.
Basically
that was
saying,
super ignorant.
give a nigga a chance.
Hey, listen. What about? I know you guys here. You need to be in LA. You need to be in LA. What do you guys think about that? What do you think? What do you feel about the significance of LA in your careers?
It's too many motherfuckers in LA who don't need to be in LA.
Exactly. One thing about it is, man, it's like there's some truth to that, and then it's not. You know what I'm saying? A perfect example, man, is my good buddy Lil Rel. Lil Rel ain't never left Chicago, and he continues to flourish from home. But then there is that avenue that's different. Like or Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac said, I'm not going to LA till they call me. You know what I'm saying? But then you got other people like myself. Like, I've been on the road since I first started. After my first year in Chicago, and I conquered everything there, my idea was I need to hit the road and go everywhere else and learn about comedy in every other region. Then I made my move to LA because it's like, yes, I can do this from home, but at the same time, it's being in LA going on 2 or 3 auditions a day, 5 days a week, as opposed to 2 auditions a month in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get yourself on
here every now and then. Or the fact that somebody could just call me and like, hey man, I'm shooting something in the valley. Can you make it over here? I sure the fuck can.
Right.
You know
Exactly. That's true. It's like
now, Carlos.
Yeah.
Think about this. You finally arrive on Saturday. Okay? Yeah. You go, you rock, you do your show on Saturday night. Sunday and Monday, you're in studios.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're in studios shooting stuff. So that kind of tell you something.
Because it's like, just like we were saying earlier, Bob, it's not, we're entertainers. We're not limited to just doing comedy. I know this man sitting right next to me and myself can go on stage for however long you want me to be on stage. I might not tell one joke, but I'm gonna be funny.
Exactly.
And that ain't even on no arrogant shit or no cocky shit. That's just because I know me. And my regular shit is gonna be funny. So it's like, you asking about being out here in LA, you need to be out here in LA. Like, you need to be out here grooming yourself if this is what you really want to do. We don't have shit else to do. This is our life.
Check this out. Not to cut you off, but Johnny, I was at the Ha-Ha one night, and I ran into Johnny Mac.
Yeah.
Johnny Mac walked up to me. He was like, "Where you living at?" I was like, "Man, you know, I'm in New York." He was like, "Don't you think you need to move to LA?" I was like, "Not really." He was like, "Nigga, Jamie Foxx live in LA." He's like, "Will Smith live in LA." He said, "Will Smith don't live in Philly."
Right.
He said, "If they need to be in LA, what the fuck make you think you don't?" And I was like, "You know what? I do."
Hey, let me ask you guys this question. Were you familiar with the comedy issue of Ebony with Kevin Hart on the cover? Did you guys see that?
Yeah. Did
you read any of the articles in it?
No, I didn't get a chance to check it out myself.
What was the numbers, like 500 million or some shit? Let me
just. I want to give you a piece that I picked out of there. It was called The Comedy Issue, and I saw a story on some comedy writers.
Yeah.
And then I saw another story that was kind of interesting to me. It was a story on YouTube sensations. It was The Comedy Issue. They had a story on YouTube sensations, but there was no stories on up-and-coming comedians.
Exactly.
Okay? What I want to ask you is
mention, no nothing.
Huh?
I said no honorable mention, no nothing.
Well, my question to you guys is, what role do you think YouTube has played in comedy? Or see it playing?
I think YouTube created its own different version of comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's not like
YouTube, Twitter, both of them.
Yeah, and it took some elements away from comedy, because it's like you can edit out all the shit that wasn't shit, and you can present yourself however you want to present yourself. You see a lot of those guys going from YouTube to being booked as stand-up comedians, and no shot of disrespect to them, but they don't have that type of stage presence or delivery or any type of nothing that says stand-up comedy.
Now hold that thought for 1 second, Carlos Miller. And the reason I say that is because you have not, I know what's going on in your mind right now. And I have to say this because I feel like you're getting ready to say it. And I'm getting ready to go here anyway because you are a new cast member of Wild 'N Out coming on July 9th. Is that true?
That's true.
Now, I went to a couple of the tapings. And what I noticed there was, like back in the day, I would go to a taping and it was a bunch of stand-up comedians as part of the ensemble. I didn't recognize too many people. And you told me that they were YouTube sensations.
Yeah.
So is this part of what you're saying? Like, you know that there's a difference in a stand-up comedian and a YouTube sensation?
Yeah, I know that because it's like any comedian will tell you after every show, it's always that one person who comes up and say, oh, I'm the motherfucker you need to have on stage with you. I'm a fool.
Right.
But it's like, okay, you a funny person, but can you be funny when you need to be funny? If they turn the camera on right now where you not sitting in your basement and you not in your comfort zone, can you make us laugh right now?
Yeah. You got funny people, comics, and you got comedians.
Exactly.
We're comedians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's
and
like,
we're funny people. You know what I mean?
but you got to keep in mind, Bob, when people get on YouTube and they become YouTube sensations, you got to listen to that last word, sensations, because everybody and their mama done put some shit on YouTube before. Everybody don't get to be in the 50 million view club. Everybody don't get to have 1 million Twitter followers. But that don't mean that you ain't shit, and that don't mean that you are shit because you do.
One of my favorite YouTube videos is two babies. When that baby the little boy stuck his finger in that baby mouth, he's like, Charlie bit me. It really hurt. It really hurt, Charlie.
You know, that was like going in. Y'all was going in.
Yeah, man, that YouTube shit is
I saw, but you can't tell me that your mind didn't go to the tapings.
Well, yeah, it did, because it's like those are two of my reference points, and it's like I seen those guys grind it up, and I seen them jump on YouTube and just throw up some, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm just chilling in the closet. 200,000 views, like, because they got that audience built already. I think it's like, I feel like YouTube or somebody should have a way for them guys to have their own lane.
Exactly. That's what I say. Like,
and I feel like as a comedian, I should try to get my shit over there with those guys. I'm not one of them dudes who like, fuck them YouTube niggas. I want to get with them. If those guys can get me 50 million views in less than a year, as a comedian and a businessman, I need to say, whatever this motherfucker doing, I need to get over there and get with him.
That's what Russell's trying to do. Russell's trying to bridge the gap and tie everything in together, you know? So
see, the way I see it is like, we got mad respect for those guys. You know
a lot of respect, and I don't want it to get it fucked up because like we stand up comedians and we know that those guys who do that shit, they've heard a lot of shit and back and forth with comedians. But I'm not one of them dudes who like fuck them dudes.
We got respect for them, and it's like, I like what you do, you like what I do. Let's get together and make that thing work. It's like when Jay-Z and R. Kelly made the album. You know what I'm saying? That's two different styles, two different genres, but let's make it happen. You know, these dudes are great writers. They got nice sketches. They got things like that. You need funny people to act in those sketches. Let's get together.
And I feel like a lot of them YouTube guys, they rush shit.
Yeah, or let's say the YouTube dude get the YouTube hits. Now they want to put him on the comedy tour, but he's not really a comedian. He ain't got that many jokes. Let me write you some jokes. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you ready for what you're finna encounter. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of people that feel like because they're funny, they're a comedian. And that's not true. Not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying that it ain't what you're doing.
There's rules to this shit.
Same thing with comedic actors, man. If one more dude come off a sitcom or something like that ain't never touched the stage before and grab a mic, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my mind, man.
All right, well, I mean, that's the same thing you guys just touched on about the difference between the comic and the comedian. You know, I know straight up that you guys are comedians because you can work any room. Comics are caught up in one box and then they wonder why they can't be down with Laugh Mob, this, that, and the other. Again, my thing is about stars, making stars. And I do know that you two guys are definitely destined for stardom You totally proved it to me this weekend. And the trip is, I liked you guys years ago. Like today, after this weekend, I'm like, that's why I'm constantly on the phone with these promoters now, because all of that out with the all these different comedy jams and this, that, and the other. And you know, we got to give a shout out to Hot Sauce out there, y'all. Yeah. You know, he calling every day, all upset because he ain't with y'all right now. When he see this, he's gonna have a fit.
See, my thing is, man, everybody. It's just like how I used to look at it when I was on the street. I ain't trying to stop nobody from making money. Just let me make money with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to disappear. I'm just saying, man, it's money out here for all of us.
Right.
It's room for everybody. So just let me have a little bit. Stop pushing me back. Stop stepping on my toes or stepping in my way where I can't get in or trying to keep me out. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned Clayton English earlier.
Yeah.
He's another one. He out there with the Universal Circus right now. But somebody need to know who Clayton is.
They know. Clayton English, man, this dude is like, I don't even know how to put it. Like he know it's a whole family of us. It ain't just me and Food. It's a real family of people that we really fuck with. Like
co-workers are real. Like
on some real shit. Food will tell you when he come to we're gonna cook a big dinner, we're gonna go out, we're gonna kick it like that. Wherever it is, it's gonna be us. It's gonna be the immediate family. And it's like the dude Clayton English right now, he was killing it before he went on the road. He's a regular on the Tyler Perry House of Pain. Like 3-4 seasons in right now. Now he on the road killing it. It's just like out of this family. Out of this family, you gonna see us somewhere.
But see, everybody.
The thing is with y'all have great character. Y'all good dudes off the stage, off the camera. You know, and that's the thing with me. It's like if you down with what I'm down with, you know, it ain't about what I see on. I mean, it is. You have to be talented, but I could kick it with you guys. You guys are special. You have those special qualities. And I know that you're going to win, but we're about to close up here.
Before you close up, let me touch on something that we were just talking about. The YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, those dudes, man, you know, you have mad respect for them. And it's like, we're not saying that you can't do what we do. Because there's some of them that's actually funny, like Billy Sorrells. That's a funny dude.
He's very funny.
A comedian as well, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the kind of dude I can respect, but it's a cat that comes into this and if you don't have no respect for comedy, then I can't roll with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't respect what we do and how it's done, all the way back from Stephen Fetcher to Richard Pryor to Bill Cosby, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can't respect the game and where it came from and how it's evolved, then you don't need to be around. You know what I'm saying?
That YouTube shit is killing originality and creativity, because a lot of that shit is just a parody and not even a good one. It's some shit that you threw together because you wanted to do it first. Like a lot of that shit is really embarrassing, and some of those dudes who make up. Let me say this shit, fool. Don't try to stop me. I'm gonna say it. No, fuck it. I'm gonna say it, fool. Okay, because won't nobody say it. We not hating on nobody, but we just gonna be all the way real. Some of that shit ain't funny. Some of that shit is rushed because you wanted to do it first, and it ain't funny. Cut it out. Take your time and make some good shit, because this is a reflection on all of us.
And all of
That's
you,
all I'm saying.
And I just want to say, because I know I've been wanting to say, you Twitter funny niggas, y'all really get on my nerves.
Stop stealing.
Listen, exactly. Just because you funny in 150 characters don't mean you can get on the stage and rock for 30 minutes.
Stop stealing my tweets.
Exactly. Stop putting my tweets on stage.
If I hear one more of my tweets on stage, I'm going to hit a motherfucker with a bottle of water, because I don't want no chuck. But whatever.
And then last thing I want to say that I want to touch on that we was talking about, like a lot of the older cats feel like the young cats, like we hate them or we don't want them around. But our family extends from older cats down to our little homies. You know what I'm saying?
And don't think everybody. We got some motherfuckers in the family who ain't shit yet, but we working on them. But they still in the family.
We roll with everybody from a Zoo Man and a Tyler Craig to us and Clayton, Smokey Jones, you know what I'm saying? My boy Chris. And then we got our little homies like Johanse, you know what I'm saying? It's like our family spans all the way across. We can reach you from goddamn it 17 to 95.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is the type of jokes we tell. You know what I'm saying? I did a show last night. It was a woman in the crowd, 71 years old.
On the front row, rock.
When she left out the show, she said, "Baby, you are hilarious." She said, "I love you." She said, "You're going to hell, but I love you." The only people that give you a compliment and cut you down at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you guys see yourselves five years from now?
Man, 5 years from now, I see me on a sitcom, you know what I'm saying, as a regular with a movie coming out every year. From that point on. 5 years from now, man, I'm trying to be a leader in the game. I'm trying to be one of those dudes who can provide avenues for the other cats coming behind me, whether it be putting them on the show or creating a show that they could be a part of or putting them in a movie. It's like I wanna do what I want everybody else to do. It's like the older cats. I don't want y'all to disappear. What I want you to do is go to the next level.
Where I see myself in 5 years, I'm gonna follow the traditional path. I'm gonna get a bunch of fucking money and gain some weight, and you ain't gonna see me doing no jokes, no motherfucking way. I'm gonna be getting $20 million a movie, and they're gonna be like, "Where in the fuck is Los fat ass?" Because I'm gonna be somewhere fat to the motherfucker with a whole bunch of money. Probably over there by the Hollywood sign. This game has levels. It's like you start out as a comedian. You move up into the clubs. You leave the clubs, you move into the theaters. Once you've done all that, you go from being a comedian to being a producer. It's like it's time for all those cats that came before us. They supposed to be the Stan Lathers and the Russell. But they got lazy. They didn't do shit. Yeah. They just kept telling jokes. You know, nigga didn't get. I can't get in the comedy club because you in there. You supposed to be in the theater. You know what I'm saying? Big time, motherfucker. Hey, bro, some real shit. But I see us making a lot of noise with this comedy shit because a lot of people don't realize that it's a brand new day in comedy. Some of those shows that we were talking about aren't there anymore. They're coming back, and they know about the new talent. I can tell you, watch out for Wildin' Out Season 5. I'm on the new season July 9th, and I'm really excited about this because it's like people have seen me on various stand-up shows doing stand-up comedy. Now they get to see Carlos on a whole season of shit, not just being funny because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Now it's wilding out, and you don't know what the fuck I might do. They're gonna see me because he's wilding out. Right? It's like they get to see me in all these different fly-ass clothes and chilling with all these fly-ass people. It really looks.
Who are some of the people on the season coming up?
I always like to name my favorite motherfucker, like the people I had the most fun with. I think the one person on the show this season that's gonna surprise the fuck out of everybody, who was fucking hilarious on the show, French Montana. We had French Montana on the show. We had 2 Chainz, A$AP Rocky, Talib Kweli, DJ Khaled, Joe Budden was on there, funny as fuck. We had Chanel West Coast from the Robin Big Show, Big Boy from Outkast, Lil Duval, all the guys from MTV. Guy Code came through and did some shit. Jack Thriller was on the show.
Epps came through too, didn't he?
Mike Epps came through. Kevin Hart. Yeah. Kevin Hart did 2 episodes. Yeah, Spank. And it's just like the people. It's not even just necessarily who's on the cast. When people found out that we were doing Wildin' Out in New York, it was just a who's who of New York.
Did Mrs. Cannon come through?
Oh, most definitely. But you know, that's our secret. That's our surprise. So we ain't even gonna really just talk about that. But she came out there on some gutter shit, and I don't think nobody ever seen MC like that. Right. She on some real gutter shit this year, bud.
And
this goes back to what you said earlier about us really being brothers. I auditioned for the same show and didn't make it. But do you think I got mad because my brother made it? No, I was happy. I was so mad that I couldn't be there for the tapes because I was working, because I wanted to be there just to root them on. Man. And that's what we got that other people don't have, man. It's like
I heard that y'all little sister did a hell of a job at the audition too, huh?
Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky. We auditioned together. You know what? She gonna surprise a lot of people. Exactly. Yeah. Pretty Ricky is like, she could be so gutter, but then you can have her do like a garden party for 50-year-old white ladies and they can love. And you know what I'm saying? It's like Pretty Ricky, she gonna hit them with some, you gonna fuck around and look up and Pretty Ricky gonna be on season 5 of Scandal. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like picking right up where Olivia Pope left off because she's smart. She got a lot of respect for the game. and she going about it the right way, and she
Yeah,
ain't just talking about the
and
typical female comedy
And her
shit where they
character
just
work
dick
is
pussy,
great.
dick pussy. She is really working on some shit, and she gonna maybe even on a Broadway one woman show. She picking up in that Whoopi Goldberg lane. You know what I'm saying? As far as just like building something big that's a one person show.
She did a thing at the J Spot the other night. She certainly big shout out to J. Anthony Brown, by the way.
And you know what I think
Chad,
about? I think that stand up comedy is gonna be. That's gonna be this big to her because she gonna be on some shit like Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Hey, Kat, they tell me that you shot a pilot recently that is like got a lot of potential to be a big hit, huh?
Yeah. It's like Tosh Point O meets Tigger the Basement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's letting down fool loose. You know what I'm saying? Taking the chains off of them. And you know, I ain't afraid to say nothing to nobody about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I can fight a little bit, so I don't care who get mad about what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is, man. I'm hoping it does good. You know what I'm saying? You always hear, oh, it's a show like that out. But man, these white boys, they got 17 different shows doing the same thing, man.
If you can do any show, if you can do any kind of show, though, what kind of show?
You're on tour too, right?
Yeah, right now I'm the official host of the Lavelle and Crawford and Friends tour, and I'm also hosting the Love and Laughter tour with Avant and Fantasia. That's where I'm at. You can catch me out here on these streets grinding. On these stages where I always been.
Man, why this motherfucker on 2 tours and I ain't on no tour? Then give me some of these cameras.
Cause you on TV.
Hey, you know, you guys gonna be on tour together very, very shortly. So I want everybody to make sure they check y'all out. So if they want to see y'all on
tour, as soon as Wild 'N Out season over, we doing the Carlos and Friends tour.
Well, my thing is this: if people want to see you guys on tour, where can they follow you? Where can they find you? Shoot them out at me, y'all.
I'm on Twitter at Carlos M. It's at KARLOUSM. It's the same on Instagram, same on Vine. And I'm on Facebook at Carlos Miller, KARLOUS Miller. So you can get at me like that.
And you can get at me the same way. It's at Damn Fool Is Funny. On Twitter, at Damn Fool Is Funny. Instagram, Damn Fool Is Funny at Yahoo, Damn Fool Is Funny at Gmail. You know what I'm saying?
End of the day,
Damn Fool Is Funny. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
All right, fellas, it looks like I'm looking at the clock over there. You see what time it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
About that time.
Hey man,
shout out for us to go make some money.
Shout out to everybody who watched this, man, and shout out to all the white people who in position to make niggas famous and stars. Let's give us some opportunities in Hollywood. Quit bullshitting and quit being stingy, man. Y'all gotta let some real niggas in there who ain't on no tight shirt shit.
And I'm on that tight shirt shit, but let me in too.
Yeah, let him in first if he got his tight shirt, and then
this is it. This is how we close the show, and we have to do this because you guys have a lot of great words to share with the world out there. But what's very, very important is if there's any young, aspiring comedians, actors, actresses, what type of words of advice can you send out to them?
Hey, if you can make yourself believe it, that's the easy part. You got to believe in yourself first.
I almost feel like I ain't got to say nothing. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Like, the people who laugh at you when you tell them what you want to be, those are going to be your biggest fans. Your haters will turn into your supporters if it's all in about how you carry yourself.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to say this. Keep your family first. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put your family on the back burner to make this happen. Everybody feel like that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? I thought like that in the beginning, but it's like you got to keep in mind what you're doing this for. We're here to provide a service. We're not, everybody want to get hung up on I'm funny, I'm this, I'm that. We're here to provide a service for people. There are people in that crowd that had a horrible day. It's somebody whose mama just died. It's somebody who just lost their baby. You know what I'm saying? But they there. And they're not there for you to pick on them. They're not there for you to talk shit to them. They're there for you to provide a service for them. You know what I'm saying? We like doctors. You know what I'm saying? But our tools are different. You know what I'm saying? How many times have you done a show and somebody left like, man, I was at a funeral earlier, and now I feel better. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're here for, man. This is about a service, man. And if you keep that in mind and you don't forget that you're here to provide a service, you know what I'm saying, you'll be good, man.
That's a lot, though. I really would just tell people to believe in themselves and just stay humble. And what that means is it's not like just take shit how it is. I mean, stay focused on what it is you came into this game for. Like, it's gonna be a lot more people gonna say no than they're gonna say yes. But if you got that, if you believe that it's gonna happen, don't ever worry about the no's, because that's just one. There's 7 billion people on this earth, man. That's my question.
I just want to say this to you two guys, man. I want to thank y'all for taking this ride with me, for believing that you guys are more of Bob's best, and trust and believe we going to the promised land with this one, man. The sky's the limit. The world is going to know that you guys are the rising stars of comedy. Yes, so I say all this to say, see y'all on the road, man. We getting ready to do this.
All right, Bob. We in this office, man. We about to sign this deal and shit.
Right. So, co-workers, last lab. We out.
So what we gonna do?
Right.
5 minutes?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Another installment of Uncle Bob Sumner's Comedy Spot right here at the place to be in Laugh Mob Land. Don't forget to subscribe to our Laugh Mob YouTube page, as well as our Facebook and Twitter pages. You can also subscribe to my join me on my Bob Sumner fan page, and also Bob Sumner 24 on Twitter. And you know, it is what it is. I'm also on Instagram. That's what they tell me. I got to get some photos up on there. I'm getting to it. But don't forget to join me down at the American Black Film Festival in sunny Miami, Florida. That's the June 19th to the 23rd. We have the American Black Film Festival's Comedy Wings competition on June 21st at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. When we get back from the ABFF, it's the Soul Comedy Lounge. You know, that's popping off at La 47. That's in Newark, New Jersey, directly across from the Prudential Center. And it's hosted by Pretty Ricky Fontaine. And we're going to be having a welcome home event from the film festival. That will about do it for the Bob Sumner, Uncle Bob Sumner Comedy Spot. Boy, have this been a great one. Those two brothers that you just saw there, they're going to be joining Hot Sauce Glover and Pretty Ricky Fontaine on tour very shortly. You'll be happy, more than happy, to check that out. So, until the next time we meet again, remember, this is a two-part installment. For this week, you'll see the first half, and then you'll see the remaining completion of the interview in its entirety next Wednesday. It's happening at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And this is Uncle Bob Sumner saying, 2 fingers. Gotta catch a flight. Peace.